Hello everyone and welcome to Elo Hell Esports. We're going to be doing a new show for you today, going to be debuting Overwatch League recaps. My name is Paulsible, I'm here with lafon, and the way we're going to start off this series is by giving you a little preview of the Stage 2 Day 1 matches. We're going to go reverse order here. So first and foremost, the Guangzhou Charge versus the Paris Eternal. lafon, what are we looking out for?
I think one of the interesting things here is that Guangzhou looked pretty decent in Stage 1, but they played the stage champions twice in the stage, and that is the definition of unlucky if you ask me. Paris struggled a little bit after being called one of the better GOATS teams at the beginning of the season, so the question is, can they recover? They have a new head coach in Fefe, as Damon actually left Paris to go to Dallas, and so we shall see if that actually brokers change for the beleaguered squad.
Yeah, Paris may be eternal, their coaches apparently not so much. But let's move on to the next match. Shanghai Dragons versus the Los Angeles Gladiators. Now, both were kind of middling in Stage 1, so what can we expect for this match?
Yeah, you said decent Stage 1. Stage 2 looks easier. You know, the strength of schedule a little bit less strenuous. Now they have to actually prove that they are good enough to beat the teams that they have matched up against them. This first match is the start for it.
The next match is where we get into the real meat of it. This is going to be the Boston Uprising versus the Atlanta Reign. Both these squads coming in with major lineup changes.
There's two major changes for Boston specifically, and that is trades. RCK gets traded for Note, and they signed Persia, a flex support for that role from Contenders. So exciting to see how RCK kind of stacks up in Note's position, a well-known flex tank, of course, and so a lot riding on his shoulders.
Yeah, he's Note there anymore. Ha ha, terrible joke.
In the continuation of terrible puns, though, when it rains, it pours. And so for the Atlanta Reign, a lot more changes have happened. Defran, of course, one of the fan favorites, retires, and he obviously going to be replaced by Baby Bay, traded from the San Francisco Shock, as well as Fried being signed from Gladiators Legion, and of course, a Funny Astro on a two-way contract there as well. So the expectations are massive for these players. You're filling some very big shoes, and now they have to prove that they can compete at that level as well.
Yeah, they certainly do, but they're not the only people who have to prove that they can do better. The next match, that's two teams that should definitely have been doing better than we most recently saw them. We've got the Philadelphia Fusion versus the New York Excelsior. This is a match with lots of history, huge rivalry between these two teams, and most interestingly, they share a common feature of having kind of bad end to Stage 1.
Yeah, I mean, the playoffs were not kind to either of these teams. Philadelphia Fusion gets 4-0'd by the San Francisco Shock, the eventual runners-up in the stage. And then you look at NYXL losing out to the Seoul Dynasty in what is arguably a match they should have won. In fact, there was one of the highlight moments of the stage where Nene tries for a hero play and ends up throwing a Graviton Surge away. So for NYXL, you know, redemption is needed in this stage. For Fusion, there's actually a little more at play here, right? There's some arguments that they had a really easy Stage 1 with their strength of schedule, playing against easier opponents, and making it to the playoffs based on that. So now the question is, can they repeat the playoff appearances while playing against arguably stronger competition? It starts all here against NYXL, and so Philadelphia Fusion, the questions are needing to be answered.
Well, it's really going to start later today, so make sure to check those matches out and to come back here to Elo Hell Esports to check out those Overwatch League recaps.